A great welcome to all. In last session, I have discussed about deadlock and deadlock prevention. What do you mean by deadlock and how it has occurred? What are the conditions? If these conditions are there, we can sure that deadlock will occur. And then I had explained you about deadlock prevention technique, how we can able to prevent the deadlock before it has occurred. Now I am going to explain you about deadlock avoidance, how we can avoid it. So by avoiding the deadlock, we can prevent our system which is going to the unsafe state. We need our system should be in the safe state. So for that we have to avoid the deadlock. How we can able to avoid? We for that we are using two types of algorithms, that is resource allocation graph algorithm and Banker's algorithm. Now I am going to explain you once again what I mean by deadlock, a just overall view of your deadlock, and then what do you mean by safe state, unsafe state, and then what do you mean by that resource allocation graph algorithm, why we are going for first resource allocation graph algorithm, and what condition and when we are going to use the Banker's algorithm. So now let us see deadlock. A deadlock means in the system, in this in the system when none of the process are executing. Condition I would like to explain with an example. Consider there are number of four processes, or consider take three processes. All the process have some resources, or one or two and or three. Okay, here this RP1 is executing with R1 resource, and when it has this R2, it will continue to the next, it will continue its execution, but it is held by P2. So it is waiting for P2. And again, this P2 is has having R2, and also it needs the resource R3, but it is held by P3. This P3 doesn't release its resource, and P2 is also waiting for P3 to release the resource R3. And P3 has the resource R3, but if it wants to complete its execution, it needs resource R1. So it is waiting upon P1 to release the resource R1. All are waiting for some kind of resource which is held by some other processes. So what happens here means a circular wait has been occurred. So none of the process are executing, so all the process are waiting for some kind of resources. So if this kind of state has been occurred means the process as which is not at all executing, this state is called as a deadlock, that we have seen in last session. Now the same thing I had explained with a simple example, that's all. Now how we can able to avoid it? For avoidance we have two things, that is resource allocation graph algorithm and Banker's algorithm. When we would go to resource allocation graph algorithm, and when we can go for Banker's algorithm, when the resources are having only one instance of resource, when there is only one instance of resources, we can able to represent our process and resources using resource or resource allocation graph. And then whenever there is multiple instance of resources, then we can use Banker's algorithm. Which one is best? When means when we have multiple resources, we can go for Banker's, which is the very best algorithm for avoiding our deadlock. Here we can able to know where the system is in safe state or unsafe state. What do you mean by safe state and unsafe state? Safe state, safe state, s- safe state, safe state and unsafe state. Consider our system, the part of this is safe and unsafe. Safe state means here deadlock has not occurred. Unsafe state means we can't able to, in safe state we can't able to assure that system will never enter into the deadlock. Okay, well, so unsafe state means system is in deadlock state. And also to avoid this unsafe state, we have to maintain, the operating system has to maintain a database of allocation of resources, database allocation of resources. what kind of resources does the process or needed in the near future. That database has to maintain by the operating system. That means consider if process P1 and P2 are executing in our system. This process P1 and P2 has to inform before starting its execution that these are all the resources I needed for my full complete execution. So this kind of information has to be given before starting of the execution, means then we can able to avoid the system as entering into unsafe state, or we can able to avoid the deadlock, but it is difficult to maintain. That is, we need our system to be safe, means we need to maintain the database of allocation of resources. That is, what are all the resources will needed by the process in near future. So for that, we are using for to represent our system is in safe state or unsafe state, we are using the algorithms, resource allocation graph algorithm and Banker's algorithm. Now let us see about resource allocation graph algorithm. Resource allocation graph algorithm. Here, here we have process and edges. That is, process are represented by using rectangle symbols. Process. Consider there are two processes, P1 and P2. And then resources R1 and R2 are there. Okay. Both the resources are having only one instance. Both the resources are having only one instance. We are using this resource allocation graph algorithm when we are having only one instance of resources. In that condition only we are using this allocation graph. So consider this P2 is requesting has been requesting for the resource R1. Okay, and but R1 has been allocated to P1. Okay, no problem. P1, when P1 is executed, it automatically releases the resource R1, and then P2 will get it. And now here, before entering into our concept, I need to explain you request stage, that is process to resource, and then assignment age, and then climb age. What is this kind of resources? Whenever any process is requesting for any resource, means it should be a dashed arrow mark line from process P2 or J. That is this one. This process P2 is requesting for the resource R1. And next, if the resource is available, means then the resource Rj will be allocated to the process Pi. That is, the arrow mark will be towards the process Pi. See here, this resource R1 is allocated to the process P1. This is request stage, but this is assignment stage. Then what is this line denotes? It is same as this one, but it is dashed line, but this is dotted line. That is, this process will request for this resource or J in future. So this is called as climate. This is called as climate. So let us see that this process P2 may request for the resource R2 in future. At the same time, this process P1 also will request for the resource R2 in near future. So here we can able to assure that deadlock may arise or may not arise. Let me see both the conditions. Consider this process P2 has been requesting as giving the request. It is already climate. It may request for this resource in near future, but consider this process is requesting for the resource R2. So now automatically we have to put the arrow mark request stage. Consider this resource R2 is free. Yes, of course it is free, and if it is allocated to the resource P2, what happens? request age has been assigned as a assignment age. Okay, yes, resource R2 is assigned to P2. Okay, but within the instance, if the process P1 is also requesting for R2, what happens here? Just now we have allocated this resource R2 to P2. At the same time, this P1 is also allocating for the requesting for the resource R2. What happens here? The cycle has been occurred. See, cycle has been occurred. This one, this one, this one, this one. Cycle has been occurred. So if this kind of situation should not arise, so what should operating system has to do means, this resource when the process P2 has been requesting for the resource R2, the operating system should not grant this request to the process P2. It has to wait for some time that whether any other process are requesting for the resource R2. So it should not grant the resource within the automatically when it is requesting is arising. So the process, the operating system has to wait for granting the resources. If cycle has been occurred, then we can assure that deadlock has been occurred. Yes, of course, deadlock will occur. So deadlock will occur. If cycle is there, we can able to assure that deadlock will occur. Because yes, of course, this P2 is, if considered R2 is assigned to P2, P1 is waiting for the resource R2 until this P1 is releasing the resource. So if here the cycle has been occurred means deadlock will occur. So is this resource allocation graph algorithm is used to detect the deadlock will occur or not. So whenever the requesting for resources has been arised, the operating system has to wait to grant the resource to the process. Because in near future, the same request for the same resource may arise in near future. So granting should not be done within the same time. For number of processes also is not at all possible. It has to wait for some time. So this resource allocation graph is used when there is only one instance of resource, and when Banker's algorithm can be used when there is multiple instance of resources. When there is multiple instance of resources, we can go for Banker's algorithm. So today's in this session we have seen about what is deadlock and what is safe state, unsafe state, and resource allocation graph algorithm. Thank you.